Yes.
What does your self-talk sound like when you encounter challenges? Can you share your rock bottom moment and what you were saying to yourself in your head to prevail through that circumstance?
I'm always reminded of this poem from when I was in Little League baseball, like when you're 9, 10, 11, that age. And my coach, before every game, would read a poem about the man who thinks he can. And anytime there's that like big mountain to climb, you got to take a step back, you got to breathe, you have to keep perspective, you have to say, have that confidence. It's where I started back in the beginning. If you don't celebrate little wins, then when you have something monumental, you're like overwhelmed. So you can go back in time and be like, hey, you kind of dumb it down a little bit and be like, okay, this looks like the biggest mountain and molehill like that I'll ever climb. Like anything, it's one step at a time. It's one book at a time. We all start at zero. We all have to believe, and you got to want it. So, like, I go back in that time, I take a breath, and I say, I may not do this. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to be nimble. I have an idea of the path, but it might be a zigzag path, and I might mess up along the way and then have to like go another route, and then I have to do another route. But if I have the will and the desire and the hustle to do it, I'm going to do my damnedest. And even if I fail, I'm going to pick myself up and I'm going to try again the next day. And just having that attitude, that can-do attitude, and again celebrating the not only the successes but celebrating the failures. Because again, every time I failed, I dusted myself up and I said, well, I'm not doing that again. Or if I do that again, I'm not going to do it that way. And so, like, it's celebrating both of them and just going. And the rock bottom time was when I was, kicked off Amazon and didn't have a pot to pee in, and just owed a bunch of money and had to rely on the relationships. And I went to my landlord and said, listen, like, you could kick me out. I leave the books. I leave everything. I'm going to take all my computers, take the equipment that's worthwhile. You're not going to get any of that. You're going to have to like clean this out. It's going to take a big cost to you. You could sue me, but I'm an LLC. Like, you're not going to get any money. Or, and I don't want to do that. But this is scenario number one. Number two, the scenario is I paid you on time every year, every month for the last couple of years. I want to stay here. I just need 2 or 3 months. I'll get back on. I'll pay you interest. I'll add value. I'll find you this. I'll work my way to show you. I'll write you a promissory note. I'll do whatever I can, and I will sign on as long as that hits. I'll then re-up for another year or two. I'll give you the peace of mind, and I will do my damnedest to make sure this doesn't happen again. But I need a bone here, and we worked it out. And I had to do that with suppliers and this and that and some employees, and I got through it. And Amazon got me back on, but I had to fly out there and pitch my case. And then when they got me back on, they said it was gonna be 90 more days to get back on. So like where I thought I like solved the problem, I still had another final boss to beat, and it just kept going. But then you look back on it and like even though that was all the money in the world at the time to me, like now it would still be a hit, but like it's a much softer hit. And it's not just the money part of it, it's the experience of like negotiating on stuff and finding a way to figure stuff out. You just have to keep going for it.
You want the same opportunity that all these members are getting on this call, where they are able to ask their questions directly to millionaires and billionaires, these 8, 9, and 10-figure entrepreneurs that I interview. Well, I want to give you that exact same access that you're watching right now in this video. All you have to do is go down and click the link in the description of this video to join the School of Mentors.